Good morning. Today is not going to be a regular episode day. It's going to be a vlog day because I recently just went to Paducah, Illinois and Metropolis, Illinois to go see the Superman Museum. Now, I've been there before, but I went again and I got a little bit of footage of my trip there. We made a pit stop, 2 pit stops actually. So I'm going to talk about that. And at the end, I'm going to show you yarn that I bought on the way. So grab a drink. Hopefully this won't be too long. What I'm wearing with my missing button, this is Dexter, I think, cardigan by Isabell Kraemer, and this was my first cardigan. And the yarn is from Golden Pearls. This is single ply. Flirting is part of my heritage. Okay, so let's get started with the vlog. So I am a firm believer that there's no DC or Marvel, only Superman. So let's just get that out of the way. So I have my Superman socks and I have my nails done. And on our way up, I think this place was in Illinois as well. It was called Hillbilly Museum. So there's a story with this Hillbilly Museum, and I'm probably not getting it completely right, but from what I understand, it was somebody's land, and the people who live there now, it was their grandfather's land or their father's land or something like that, and they had lived out in LA or Hollywood area or something like that, came back a handful of years ago, and I guess they just had a bunch of stuff out in the lawn. I don't know what they were doing that they had a bunch of stuff out, but there's some kind of issue with them and the city and neighbors, and the neighbors didn't like what they were doing with the lawn or something like that, so they ended up turning it into like a free museum. None of this makes sense. I mean, you have to go to the website, which I will link underneath the video. But basically what this place is a place built on puns. So if you think of any kind of weird pun that you could muster up, this guy has found a way to use toys and upcycle basically trash to turn it into puns. And this land is like, I don't know, 5 acres or something like that, might be more. So you go there, and I didn't show the shed, the first shed, but you go in there and it's just filled with like cans and bottles and toys and lunch boxes and memorabilia, all going back to at least 1910, around that period. And everything is just built on some kind of story or pun. So like there's a car in there that is Christmas themed, in the sense that there's the 3 wise men inside the car with Santa Claus driving at the head and reindeer for the headlights, and that was crazy. And then they have a nativity scene with Elvis as, like, I think he was the baby Jesus or something like that. And then you go into the shed that I am showing you, and it's just like all kinds of stuff. There's like an old Atari in there, and there's like toys, and there's like one of the sections has Star Trek original series and like Star Trek The Next Generation is looking over them, and it's like it's weird stuff like that. And it's just like it's like if you don't know what you're looking at, you're not gonna get the pun, which honestly I didn't know what I was looking at most of the time, so I wasn't getting it. But the owner came out and kind of gave us a tour, and went through literally almost everything. So we were there for a minute, I'm telling you right now. Had a little bit of a time crunch, but I didn't want to be rude, but it was actually fun at the same time, so I can't really complain. But he was going over like every single pun that really stood out, and it was just like on and on and on and on. And it was like, if you like eclectic, weird ass stuff, this is the place to go, and it's free. They run on donations. there was a tree that had old, beat up, broken down porch seats nailed to a tree. It was called Chairway to Heaven, for an example. There was a spot on the grass with upside down old pots. That was the pot garden. And it's just like stuff like that. A section with a bunch of old tires. It's the retirement home. I mean, it's just like, it just kept going and going. It was just like the weirdest thing, and it was like so awesome. So like, if you like weird stuff like that, you have to go there. It's called Hillbilly Museum. Okay. So, what else can I say about that place? It's off the beaten path. Now, if you are a person of a certain color, I would say don't be intimidated, because when you get off the exit, there is a huge Confederate flag just flying in the wind off the interstate. Just letting you know, if you know that's something that bothers you. But this dude was chill. I didn't sense anything like that, but I'm just saying that's the area, so just beware. But yeah, otherwise they're really cool. Good country folk, as they like to say. Then, when we left there, I'll leave a link to their website as well. When we left there, we went up on this bridge. I think it's a back road into Paducah. Anyway, this bridge was just so cool, so I really had to show that off. It was like this really cool effect. Whoever designed that bridge, kudos, because that was really awesome. So after that, we went straight to Tusk and Rose yarn shop. I did not film inside. I wasn't sure if I could, because if you follow Fat Squirrel, she talks about Tusk and Rose a lot, and she's never shared any of that on the inside. So I wasn't sure if they were cool with that kind of thing, and I didn't really feel like asking, to be honest. So I did not do that, but they are located in Paducah, and it's a big space. It's a lot of stuff in there. They make a lot of their own fabrics, or dye a lot of their own fabrics. So if you're a quilter, it's kind of like it's very similar to batik fabric. It's beautiful. I would say that it's well priced, but I wasn't there for fabric. I was there for yarn. I don't sew. I tried. I'm probably not going back to that, but they have vintage crochet doilies that they've dyed up. It's really cool. And what else was theirs? I think they had some yarn that was theirs too, which would make sense, because if you're already dyeing fabrics and stuff, you might as well dye yarn, right? They had a lot of Jameson Smith. They had a lot of cotton linen blends of yarn. They had a lot of Noro. Trying to remember what else they had. A lot of Malabrigo. So I did buy some yarn there. I'll show that at the end, but I bought a cotton linen. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. So after that, we stopped at a coffee shop. There was a hop, skip, and jump down the road. Paducah is one of those places where back in the day you could tell it was a thriving city off the river, and then it kind of fell off the wayside, and it looks like they're trying to bring some livelihood back into the city. I think they're doing a good job. There's a lot of potential there. So I would honestly say, for somebody like me who's an introvert and likes to go out but not a whole lot, and wants like a little bit of this, that, the other, you know, some cute things, it's a good place probably to live. But I don't know, I'd have to go back there a few times. That was my first time actually in Paducah, so I've driven past there a few times, but I haven't been in there. So the Superman Museum, I've been there before, like I said, and you go in and you go into the gift shop first, and you know, all kinds of memorabilia and stuff like that. There's toys, lunchboxes, mugs, magnets, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. Some of the buildings in the downtown proper are painted with murals and stuff like that. And you go, like, the museum is attached to it, but it's a separate, like, you have to pay to go in. It's like $8. I think it's worth it, $8 to go in. If you really want to look at everything that's in there, it'll take you about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. They have a video playing in there, so if you watch that, it'll take you longer. There's all kinds of stuff in there. It's like all kinds of history about all the Supermen. There's a lot of props in there, like legit props from the TV shows and the movies and stuff. Yeah, this place is no joke. Like, it's legit, and like every year they have Superman days where, like, they've got people from the shows going there, and actually there's a lot of visitors there throughout the year. If you follow them on Instagram, they have people visiting all the time from all of the TV shows and movies. So it's definitely something to check out. Supergirl is in there, Lois and Clark, Smallville. I think they even have something from when Henry Cavill plays Superman. They have Doomsday stuff, like everything. It's awesome. I'm not really one to buy a whole lot of stuff that's TV, movie related. I'm just not that kind of person. But I did get a couple of stickers, and I am a magnet collector, so I did get a magnet. Because everywhere I go, whenever I go anywhere that's a tourist trap type of thing, I like to get magnets. So, did that. And I should probably show that, all my magnets, maybe. If you really want to see that. What else? It's a cute town. It's, how do I put this? This is from the people who live there, by the way. Nice place to visit, not a great place to live. Take that as you will. I think it's cute, but they have some antique stores on that street. There's a statue of, oh my God, Noel. Why I can't think of her full name or whatever. She was the first Lois Lane. There's a statue of her down the way. Why they don't have it next to the Superman statue, I don't know. It seems like an afterthought, which I think is kind of rude, but I have a picture of me in front of the new mural from Metropolis that they finished painting a few weeks ago, I think. Oh yeah. So, shall we get to what I bought at the yarn store? My hair's a mess. Do I care? No, because that's how we roll around here. So Tusk and Rose had a sale. They might still be having a sale because I was there last week. So, I mean, today's LYSA, but that gives you any idea of time frames. Okay, so I got Juniper Moon Farm Zoe. It's cotton linen, 60% cotton, 40% linen. I was looking specifically for something to knit a summer garment with. It's got a little bit of this texture. You can see that. So I have to be specific about what I want to knit with this. It looks like it's a sport weight because it is 3.52 ounces, 100 grams, 284 yards, 260 meters. So I'm guessing that's a sport weight. Heavy fingering, the sport weight. So my ideas for this tank top, it's because you know it's going to be a tank top. I don't really do knitted t-shirts all that much, but I did put some stuff in the queue. How does it feel? It feels pretty good so far. I have not swatched with this yet. I bought 7 balls of this. So at 284 was at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So about 1,700 yards. So that's enough for me to do something and then have a little bit left over. I am looking at, I'll put pictures right here. The May Top by Asita Krebs. It's a fingering weight, so that's why I need to swatch, because I may or may not hit the same gauge with that. But it's got, looks like 3x3 ribbing on the sides and the back, and then lace in the front, like a lace panel. So I'm thinking about that. Or, I know I have another one here. The Ferry Ride tank top. That's a sport weight. That one's by Michelle Costa, and it's just a plain. It's a plain stockinette. The bottom is reverse stockinette. I'm guessing to keep the hemline straight and not curl up, and then the rest of it's stockinette with thin straps. So I think that would work well with the texture on this too. And then there is the Kate top by Dil Yarn. And I can't do a zoom in for this picture, but it looks like it's got some stockinette and reverse stockinette rose on the bottom for the hem, and then some texture that's going in rose, and then tank top style. I don't know about this one just because there's not enough photos. It is a free pattern. The yarn is DK, so I don't know. That one's a maybe. And then there's one by Petra Bit, Breakstone Topple Sweater, which is not really a sweater. It's a very open gauge. It's fingering weight. It's a US 8 with 13 stitches to 4 inches. So I was like, okay, well, as far as t-shirts go, like I said, I don't really knit t-shirts, but this is so loose and I could wear like a tank top underneath it that might be a good piece for spring and fall. Like, I don't know if it would work for summer because summers here are atrocious. But it's very open. It's got lace on the bottom and then just an open gauge at top, and then the arms go halfway. So we'll see about that one too. So those are my ideas with this yarn. And that's all I got. Oh, no, that's not all I got. I also got some stitch markers because they were cute. Could I make my own stitch markers? Yes. Have I? Yes. But these were cute, and I wanted to support a yarn shop. So I've not taken these out of the package yet. These are, I guess, just, what do you call it? Just balls, pearls. And, maybe I can't take it out. Let me see. Because I want you to see what it actually looks like, because it's kind of like that oil slick type of look. Oh my gosh. Are they going to come out? There we go. Yeah, see, you can see it better now. I thought these were so pretty, so I was like, okay, I need to get some of these. It's just attached like that on the back, so just cut the that off, and then, yeah, got your stitch markers. So I got that, and I got these little butterflies, which I will take out of the package. These little blue butterflies, I thought those were cute too, so that's all I got. Try to keep it nice and simple. Because I'm not on a yarn ban, but I'm trying to be smart right now about how much yarn I'm getting, which is really hard because I drive by Smart Supply all the time, and that's a really great place to get yarn. But kind of need to just trim it down just a little bit. Same thing with buying patterns. I'm trying to trim it down just a little bit. So, yeah. That's all I got. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And a little bit of admin stuff. If you are participating or thinking about participating in the giveaway that I have in the last video, that'll be announced in the next video. Not this one, because this is a vlog. It's not a podcast video. And so watch that if you haven't watched it yet. And what else? My second channel. I haven't talked about that in a little bit. I'm not ready yet for to go live with that. So if you're thinking about watching that May 1st, it's not happening May 1st. But I will let you know when it does go live. I'm still preparing for that. Yeah, so that's it. So I hope this finds you well, and go make something. And I will see you next week with a regular podcast video. Bye.